Well, I want to be where Kenny Nwuba is right now. UCLA basketball player. Gosh, it's been so fun watching your career and now, my goodness, this new chapter in your life. We're going to talk about that and so much more. Kenny, thanks so much for joining us, man. And I know you're. Where
Um,
are you, man? You look like you're living your best life right now.
I mean, I'm trying to, enjoy every little moment of life. It's not like everything is everybody's stuck on their business and trying to, survive and make it. I get that, but sometimes you just gotta live a little, just a little. But I'm right now. I'm at the beach. I love nature, as you can see, water. It's a
Wow.
nice sunset. The sun is out all there. So I'm gonna just at the beach, just relaxing, having a time with my friends and just, spending time enjoying this view, just living a little.
How have you gotten so popular on TikTok?
I feel it. I'm not even that popular on TikTok, but I love making TikTok. If I'm gonna say I love making TikTok, I'll say I love dancing. I love expressing myself. I just love what I'm doing, So I just use TikTok as a platform that I could just display all that thing that I love about the things I do. So I just love to like have fun with it, just like dance. It's not even about the popularity. It's not. It's just me expressing my hobby, the things I like to do.
What
So
kind of dancing are you best at? Because I've seen you do a variety of different things.
yes, I like to do Michael Jackson type dance because when I grew up watching Michael Jackson and I love his style, his aroma, everything about it. I like I could do a little Michael Jackson dance here and there, but don't get it wrong. I'm good at some other dancing. I'm from Nigeria, and I know how my culture get down. So I do know how to do my cultural dances, and I'm like out there. I know how to do all kinds. If I look at it, I could do it.
What was it like, Kenny, growing up in Nigeria?
Oh, that was a long, long time ago, and it was maybe I would say my time living in Nigeria, I didn't know much. I was still young. I was little. Living under my parents, and it's different. It's very cultural based. It's very a homeland type place. Family, and it's like it's different from being here in America trying to survive. When I lived in Africa, I didn't try to survive. I didn't. I always lived under some. I always lived under my parents. I always depended on them. You know, that's the difference between being here in America and living back in Nigeria. I didn't know much. I was young.
What were you like as a child?
I was wild as a child. I was like, anything I set myself on to go do, like playing soccer because that's the main sport we play in Nigeria. So I just go outside and play with the kids, even though I get hurt sometimes, but I don't care. I just, li- you know, just try to be happy and always smiling, always dancing, always, playing with kids and, making friends and talking with the older people and, trying to be respectful.
When you got to like, was it when you were like 15 years old is when you moved from Nigeria? What, if I'm not mistaken, Kenny, what went into that decision and how hard and challenging was that for you to do something completely different?
It was a lot, knowing that, in fact, I'm going to be leaving my family back in Nigeria. And I don't know what was coming my way. I don't know what to think. I just know that I'm going to a different country. And I know, going to a different country is going to be different. And, like, first of all, I was like, how is this plane ride going to be? Like, I've never been in a plane. I've never
Wow.
flew anywhere before. I've never done. So the first thing I was thinking it was my flight from Nigeria to America. It felt all different because the whole flight, my eyes was open. You know, imagine that my eyes was open. I was like looking at the people that was traveling to was different, and it was everything looked new, and I didn't know what to expect. I just stayed calm, kept quiet, didn't talk much because I barely spoke. Even though if I speak that time, people will barely understand what I'm saying because I had a big accent. I don't know if I still have it now, but some people just say I still have my accent right now. So
It's
it
not
was
that
different.
it's not that noticeable. But like for you, how hard was it to learn to be here and with all that you did growing up and where you
I
came
had to
from?
adapt. Yeah,
Yeah, what
I
was
had to
that like?
adapt. It was challenging, growing up being here in America. It was like I need to adapt quickly and try to act like I belong, and try to do the worst things America would do, and don't want to be a different type of person that everybody's gonna look at me like, oh, he's a different type of personality. So I try to mimic any type of behavior that I see that come across me. It was kind of challenging. Even though some kids did make fun of me and all that type of stuff, but I still try to adapt myself into every situation I find myself in.
The moment you got to Westwood for the very first time, the very first time you walked on campus at UCLA, what
Yes.
would the younger version of you that grew up in Nigeria say to yourself when you walked on campus for the first time?
What would my younger self say?
Yes.
Wow, look at yourself. Look at you, big timer. Look at you there. I know my younger self would be like, yeah, I wish I was there. I wish I was, living there with you, but I'm happy for you. Congratulations. Do your thing. Make sure you stay positive and, don't try to get yourself in trouble. Just be who you are meant to be. Don't try to let anyone or anything that people have to say about you disrupt what you're doing or what you think about yourself. Just be happy and enjoy the moment that you have because I'll say my younger self would be jealous of me right now.
Well, I think anybody knowing that you got to spend 6 years at UCLA, a lot of
Right.
people would be jealous about that. How fast did those 6 years go by? Or did it, because you redshirted, because there was the COVID year, did it take a little bit longer? Or what were your feelings on the amount of time it took and what that felt like?
Well, I say the timing was pretty fast. I wish I could go back in time and relive every moment, but time goes pretty fast, and before you know, you might find yourself in another scenario. It was amazing. It was very like heartwarming. Like I liked it. Like, it was enjoyable. Like this moment that those are memories that I would long to live for. That I when I get older and I have kids, I'll tell my kids how it works. It was crazy. It was also life changing memories that will live with me throughout my time. So I loved it. I enjoy every moment of it, and I'm happy about it. I don't regret anything that I did or any mistake or the ups and downs. It was memorable.
What are you going to miss most about Mick Cronin?
What am I gonna miss most about McConnell? Him yelling, him cussing us. You know how that goes. Even when he
It's a
was on the court,
coach
yes, he like
staying on
like
you.
when yeah, he like when he cuss and his muscle in his face, you could just see it and like how he gets into it. That that's the most part I'm gonna miss about Tony. He's a good guy. He's like he means good to every player he's come in contact with. He's trying to teach every player about life, not just about basketball, about living, about surviving. Being able to like make it on your own. Because even though that everybody's being taken care of, and in that scenario, nobody's gonna care about what you're doing on how your life is going when you enter the reality. You
And
know,
yeah,
just gotta live through it and try to find your way how you make it.
he is that guy that demands perfection, but you're a funny guy, Kenny. Like being able to interview you and be around, and I mean you're I mean you are a funny guy. So when do you remember a time when you made Coach Cronin laugh the loudest from something you said that was a joke or something funny?
When have I made Coach Cronin laugh a lot? I don't even
Yes.
think somebody could. When did I? I really don't know. I gotta think about it to remember whenever when did I ever make Coach laugh? I don't know. I don't think I ever did.
When have you seen him most, like when it comes to game day, when it comes to practice, he's on you guys. When have you
Yeah.
seen him the most relaxed? And whether it's like off the court, away from campus, at home, when he is like in chill mode, relaxed mode.
Off the court, when he's like not coaching, he's on chill mode. He's relaxed. And whenever he's really happy is when we're winning games too. Like when we do the top ranked team, you could see him come in the locker room and like get right there and dance with us. Those are the most exciting moments I think. So, and then when he's doing a little cookout, when he's cooking,
How good of a
he's
cook is he? How good of a cook is he?
pretty good. He knows what he's doing. I would say that when he cooked, some of those meals for us, I was biting my fingers because that man was smacking. He knows what he's doing. He's good.
He
He's good at
definitely,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are those cookouts like? Those got to be fun. Everybody, taking a break from basketball.
Right. It is fun. He cooks a lot of food and everybody just come and fill their belly with anything they want, whether it's burger, sandwich, mac and cheese, whatever it is, wings. You know, you come in, you get your plate full, and you go home smiling. Even you could even have it take home.
Two more questions for you, Kenny Nwuba with me. What do you what were you I mean, obviously the final year there were ups and downs, but what would you say you learned from your final year at UCLA?
Well, what have I learned? I mean, I would just say that it's been stuck with me my whole life. So being positive, always smile in every situation you find yourself in. Whether it's good or bad, try to live a little. You know, like life is not easy. Life is hard. When you come into reality, you have to pick and choose, decide what to do, and all that. But you just have to stay positive, put a smile on your face.
Well, which is what you're doing now, what you're doing in terms of
Yeah,
how I feel and
yeah.
how
Because I'll use that in this scenario. Let's say like you should be happy because you wake up and you're alive and you was able to see another day. Somebody else didn't have that opportunity. Somebody didn't have that chance. So that alone can give you something to live, like you're still alive, still breathing.
so when you're feeling that and you're living that way, what is it like then to be on the beach and just soak everything up?
What does it feel like to be on the beach? It feels amazing. It feels heartwarming. It feels relaxing. You can hear nature. You could hear it makes you forget about everything about. I don't want to say living in LA because this is part of living in LA. You get to see the beach, but that living in LA, is very costly and all that kind of stuff. And you have to find your being at the beach. It just makes you like. What if apocalypse happens right now? Everybody, electricity is off. You know, no phone, nothing, like no jobs enjoying every part of nature.
One more for
So
you, Kenny.
it feels great.
Oh, no doubt. And one more for you. What's next for Kenny Nwuba now?
What's next for me is, trying to help me survive, get a pay, get a job, still play basketball, whatever I find myself in at some point, and then have something on the side doing too. So that's what I'm looking forward next, trying to find my way and make it.
So you're keeping all options open.
Yes, keeping all my options open. I could have been going overseas to go play basketball, but my mom is in New York, and
Oh.
I don't want to take away the option of her being able to see me.
How long has she been there?
She's been. I mean, I don't know the exact number, the exact date, but she's been there for a while now. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna be going to visit her soon because I've not seen her in a very, very long time.
When was the last time you saw her?
I think when we went, yeah, that's when I saw her last when she came to that game. I forgot who did we play? Kentucky. Yeah, we played Kentucky.
Oh. Would that so? But I mean, you guys have played Kentucky a few times recently. So
Yeah.
what year? What? How many years back would you, if you were to guess?
No, last year.
It was last year. Okay.
Yeah, I believe so. It was last year when we played. No, 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 not last year. Last year because that was when Tiger was still on the team.
Tiger.
Tiger Campbell. So not this year that we had the new freshman. So last year when Tiger, Jalen. Yeah.
How often, and I promise this will be my last question. How often do you mentally go back to the run that you guys had in 2021 in the role that you played in some of those big games in the NCAA tournament?
I'm talking about when we went to the Final Four.
Yeah.
How often do I think about it?
Yeah.
A lot. I miss that team, and that team was special. We had a familyhood, we had a brotherhood, and it was amazing. And I know everybody's out now doing their own thing, trying to, in the league or whatever job they find themselves doing. But that team was special, it's gonna forever live in my mind. The memories we made when we went to that Final Four and almost won the championship. That team was very, very special. Yeah, I love that team, and I miss that team to this day. Even when I had my new team, I would think about that team. I'm like,
Wow.
oh my, yeah.
Well, so many great memories, Kenny, and thanks so much for sharing them with me here. It's fun to catch up. I better see you before long, and you go soak up those rays, man. I don't want to get in the way of your time to relax, and it's a Friday, man. Go enjoy yourself.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.